Hey everybody, how you doing? Mr. Bookman here, and today I will be reading Duck and Hippo Give Thanks by Jonathan London and illustrated by Andrew Joyner. Now, please enjoy this story time. Duck and Hippo Give Thanks. It was almost Thanksgiving, and the leaves were still trembling. Scritch, scritch, scritch. Hippo was raking the leaves into a huge pile and dreaming of a good old-fashioned Thanksgiving. A white blur flew through the air. Whee! Ploof! And plopped right into the middle of Hippo's pile. What was it? A head popping up. It was a duck. Duck, duck, cried Hippo. What are you doing? I'm jumping into a pile of leaves, said Duck. It's fun. Why don't you try it? I'm trying to make the pile all nice and tidy, Hippo said with a huff. Bonk. Just then an apple fell on Hippo's head. Hippo rubbed his head, polished the apple, and handed it to Duck. For you, he said. Thanks, Hippo, Duck said. Speaking of giving thanks, said Hippo, tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Let's celebrate together. Yes, said Duck. I'll help. And let's invite all of our friends. To get ready for the feast, Duck and Hippo went shopping. Duck said, I want to ride in the basket. She grabbed food as they zoomed down the aisles. Whee! Faster, squealed Duck. Ugh, ugh. Then Duck jumped out and Hippo squeezed in. But the shopping cart wasn't wouldn't budge. And when Hippo tried to squeeze out, I'm stuck, cried Hippo. No problem, boomed Elephant. He lifted Hippo out. Thank you, Elephant, said Duck and Hippo. And Duck invited him for Thanksgiving. Delighted, boomed Elephant. Hippo wanted some crusty bread for their good old-fashioned Thanksgiving. So Duck and Hippo got in line at the bakery. Turtle was ahead of them. You go first, said Turtle. You take your time. Take your time. Thank you, Turtle, said Duck and Hippo. And Duck invited him for Thanksgiving. Terrific, said Turtle. By now, Duck and Hippo were so hungry they went to Pig's Pizza and they each ate a slice of Pig's special pizza of the day. Thank you, Pig, said Duck and Hippo. And Duck invited her for Thanksgiving. Yummy, cried Pig. I can't wait. Back at Hippo's house, Hippo said, Oh, there's so much to do for our good old Thanksgiving. So Duck went out and gathered leaves. She just couldn't help jumping in. Whee! Hippo went out and gathered pumpkins. Quack-a-doo-doodle-doo, cried Duck, sitting on a pumpkin. I laid an egg. Then Duck gathered acorns, squash. Let me help you, Duck, said Hippo. Lastly, Duck and Hippo gathered apples and headed back inside. But they bumped into each other at the door. Whoosh! Hippo bowed and said, "After you, dear Duck." Then together they decorated the table with leaves and squash and perfect little pumpkins. When they were done, Duck did a dance on the tabletop and sang "Taddy." "See you tomorrow," she said, jumping off. That night, Hippo went to sleep and dreamed of a good old-fashioned Thanksgiving. Before Duck went to bed, she told their friends, "Let's make something special for Hippo." Pig's pizza. Tomorrow's special, pumpkin and pickle. The next day, Hippo was busy. He baked a good old-fashioned apple pie and a good old-fashioned pumpkin pie and a good old-fashioned acorn squash. And his house filled with a good old-fashioned smell. He couldn't wait for his good old-fashioned Thanksgiving to begin. But it was getting late. Hippo looked out the window. The full harvest moon was rising over the trees. Night had come, but where, oh where, were Hippo's friends? "We are here," cried Duck, and they all piled into Hippo's house. "Sorry we're late, but we were all finishing up a special surprise for you." "I wonder what it could be," thought Hippo. "Yeah, I wonder what it is." Hippo's friends each had something to offer. Turtle brought Chinese egg rolls. Elephant brought sea cucumber sushi. Pig brought pizza Napolitana. And Duck brought peanut butter and jelly tacos. Surprise! This is not a good old-fashioned Thanksgiving feast, thought Hippo. But then he looked at the smiling faces of all his dear friends. We spread his arms wide and said, "Welcome, and thank you for being who you are." "Hooray!" everyone shouted. Then they all gathered around the table and held hands. Duck and Hippo gave thanks to their friends for being together and sharing nature's bounty. "Let's eat," cried Pig. And it was a big, happy Thanksgiving feast for the best Thanksgiving ever. When they were done, Duck said, "And now let's go outside and jump into the leaves." Wow, that was a good Thanksgiving story, huh? How many of you are going to be celebrating Thanksgiving with your cousins or anybody? Let me know in the comment box with a thumbs up if you're going to be having a old-fashioned Thanksgiving. Or is it just going to be you and your family? If it's going to just be you and your family, leave a thumbs up. But again, everyone, I hope all of you enjoyed this little Thanksgiving story, and I want to say thank you for watching and enjoying, and everybody out there, you have a fabulous one, and take care. And please, during all this crisis, is to please wash your hands, and if you got a cough or sneeze, cover with your elbow. Stay your distance, 6 feet back. Disinfect things if you do. And please mask up. Until next time, I am Mr. Bookman, and this story time is over.